from ascending headers, starting with Abdul Karim.
Hi, I'm Abdul Karim. I'm from Karnool. I have belongs to non-IT domain. I am from Bachelor of Physiotherapist and Paramedical courses in non-IT domain, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, what about others? Next,
Yeah,
going to yeah, Geeta. I think yeah, Geeta, we know that. Yeah, what about yeah, let's go to Narsimha.
good evening, everyone. I'm Rashmi Simha. I have like 5.8 years of experience in the IT, nearly 4 years as a worker developer.
Okay. Yeah, what about Sean Mohan? Are you there? Pitta Sean Mohan. Okay, what about Simpi?
Hello, sir. Good
Yeah.
evening, everyone. I'm Simpi Devnath, and I just passed out from MCOM on 2021, and I have 2 years of experience in Tata Power, and I'm
Mhm.
here for the demo as I've already talked with sir regarding Microsoft Dynamics. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, good to know that. Okay. So today I'm going to show you what is the Microsoft Dynamics 365 and what are all the modules we are having, how that Microsoft Dynamics 365, it will help you to build your career, and what are all the companies at this moment doing the practice, how market it will be in future. I'm going to teach you each and every one. Okay. Before going to show my application, first of all, I will go and teach the course content and the remaining part. Once, if if everyone is clear, and then we can go and see about environment as well. Okay. So now, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
You can see, right? Yeah. Yeah. Today we are going to discuss about Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Before going to that, this software, it is an multi-currency supported. Multi-currency in the sense, in India, we are familiar to use English. If you can go to Arab, Russia, or some European countries, they are not such familiar, and even they don't like to use English as a primary. They prefer to use their local language. So when you have such kind of scenarios, instead of going to maintain in each country level different software, you can take only one software. The same software, it will support all your business across entire global. And this software will support multi-localization functionality. Multi-localization functionality in the sense, in India, we are having a concept called GST. If you can go to the Gulf, there you can find VAT. If you can go to the US, there you can find sales tax. It means country to country, well, the taxation it isn't different. Even though this software will support all your entire global country specific, all your business operations, it will support you here. Okay. For that, by using the only one software, you can maintain all your entire global operations by using single application. Okay. At the same time, this software will support multi currency. Currency in the sense, right, in India, we are using our Indian currency, Indian rupees. If we can go to the Dubai, there you can find Arab Emirate dirham. And if we can go to the US, there you can find US dollar. If you can go to Singapore, there you can find Singapore dollar. Even though if we can go to irrespective of entire global in this world, this software, by taking only one software, it will support all your entire global currencies to translate from one currency to another currency and here. And this software will support I told you right, multi-currency, multi-language, multi-localization, and multiple companies. Multiple companies in the sense, in India, we are, suppose if you want to do business in India, you must have to register your company in India. Then only India government will allow to do business in India. Otherwise, if you are going to work somewhere else, on top of Indian government will impose excess duty, and on top of it will import custom duty as well. So if you can add all these duties, that product will go up 2 or 3 times high. And who are already been in India manufacturing those products, you cannot give any competition at all. Okay, due to that, majority of the time, companies will come to India and will register their company and will do the business. Okay, so when you have such kind of business requirement, even you can create multiple companies, multiple localization specific as well. Okay, by using this one, only one software you can able to maintain all your global operation. This is common feature for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Now, I'm going to tell you for each module what are the things we will discuss in our course syllabus. So for anyone have any doubts, say yes or no.
No.
No, right? Yeah. So in Microsoft Dynamics, we are going to cover the first chapter is general ledger module. Not only this Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation, even if you can go and see rest of competitor like SAP, Oracle, JP Edward, Epicor, all these softwares also by default, they used to have common and entire global module called general ledger setup. Okay, when you are going to configuring a software, first you should have to set up the currency. What is your accounting currency? What is your reporting currency? Again, you might have a doubt how accounting currency and reporting currency. Accounting currency means in India, we are using Indian rupees, and whoever want to do business in India after registration of your company, they must have to record all their business operations in Indian rupees only. Will not allowed to record any other currency. That currency we used to correct as a accounting currency. And what will be the reporting currency means? Suppose if you take a Microsoft. Microsoft, it is not an Indian-based organization. That is American-based organization. They do have two obligations. One, they are doing business in India as per Indian government rules and regulation. They must have to maintain all their records and Indian currency. And this is an US-based company. They should have to report their entire business operations to US government. So that they do have an obligation to make it reporting US dollar format. If you are going to prepare a report in Indian currency, and if you are going to submit for US government will not accept. Or even if you can prepare a financial report in US dollar, and if you are going to submit it to Indian government will not accept. Means here you are having two obligation. Obligation one is you should have to make your local currency that you used to call it as an accounting currency. Obligation two is you should have to meet your parent company country specific rules and regulation that we used to define as a reporting currency. Once if you can define that exchange rate, system automatically will translate from one currency to another currency. Is it clear? Anyone have any doubts? Say yes or no. Clear, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And then billings and physically setup means when you are going to recording a business transaction, you must have to record all your business transaction within the financial year. In India, we are having a system called from 1st April to 31st March is our financial year. Due to that, you must have to record all your business transaction in Indian calendar. At the same time, if your company is doing business in US, as per US financial year, 1st January to 31st December, you should have to maintain all your business transaction. For that, we will create. The financial dimension mate, when you are going to do a business, you should have to generate your financial report in detailed way. So for that, I will tell you how you can able to generate all your financial report. And when you are going to generate your financial report, there you can find an option called financial dimension set. By taking the combination of financial dimension set, you can able to generate your financial report by using this financial dimension set concept. Date intervals will use to generate a report statically and will get update dynamically those dates once if you have been defined, predefined dates. Region codes, when you are going to post a transaction, you should have to provide some background of transaction. So for that, you can able to provide the background of the transaction by using region code. When you are going to do a business, there we used to have it. One is direct expenditure, another one is indirect expenditure. Suppose if there is a one project, 10 resources is working. Whatever you are going to pay direct salary today, that expenditure we used to call it as a direct expenditure. But then we do have an indirect expenditure. Indirect expenditure mainly it will be involved in the form of administrative. That expenditure we used to call it as a indirect expenditure. When you want to know exact profitability of your product, you should have to distribute your source expenditure to the destination level. That we used to call it as a ledger allocation process. And when you are going to post a transaction, suppose if you want to pay all your travel expenses from Bank of Baroda, okay, you can make it default offset account. Or if you are going to make your travel expenditure always from State Bank of India, along with some financial dimensions. You can make it by default values. So that system will get picked automatically posting on here. So far as clear, anyone have any doubts? Amit, Narsimha, Simpi, Geeta, Abdul?
No, as of now.
No, sir. Once again, sir, repeat it.
Now we are going to the second chapter. That chapter we used to call it as a journal, basically chart of accounts, how we can able to create. When you are going to create a chart of account, within the chart of account, there you can find different type of ledger accounts, or we can call it as a main accounts, like asset, liability, equity, revenue, expenditure. How those things we can able to categorize in main account categories, and the chart of account we all together creating in one place. That place we used to call it as a chart of accounts. Main account information means when you are going to create a main account, that is a ledger account, that ledger is going to be asset or liability or equity or revenue. You should have to define those specific main account information, administrative information, setup information, how we can able to update those specific information. And when you are going to post a transaction, you should have to post by using your accounting structure. Accounting structure will determine which account you should have to select. Once you selected, what are all the financial dimensions must be asked to get update. Here in your accounting structure level, you can define. Ledger allocation means you are doing a business. Now you are in the month of January. If you want to start a post a transaction in the month of December, you can use the ledger calendar. You can able to stop how we can able to build it. At the same time, there you can find an option called advanced rules. when you are having a multiple conditions, how we can able. Yeah, anyone have any doubts? Narsimha, Simbi,
No,
you are clear, right? Okay, because might be this is an relating to the finance related. Even non-commerce student also can understand, but initially it may take some time for 1 week of the time. After that, you can easy to understand. Even I'm not sure about your education background for each one. People who have been studying in intermediate, majority of student it will prefer to join in MPC by PC. Only few people used to join CAC. Even if it is in graduation also, who have taken admission in BCom, those students might not come regularly to college because even if that person study one time also, you can get easy marks. Easy means that is an easiest subject. Mathematics, biological science, these and all are very complex one when you compare with your accounting related things. That is the reason. If it is the non-commerce student, they may feel these words, whatever I'm going to talk, I'm giving a demo. These and all might be some new words to you. Due to that, you may feel that. But I can tell you, Microsoft product is always a user-friendly application, and it is an easy to learn. And we do have very excellent job opportunities in market with very less competition when you compare with other product. Okay. And there you can find an accounting for accounts for automatic transaction. When you are going to post a transaction, if there is any penny differentiation, that differentiation system should transfer to any one of the ledger account automatically. For that, how that ledger can define in accounts for automatic transaction, it will teach you. And then there you can find different type of reports, how those reports will able to generate, will teach you after the general ledger chart of accounts is completed. The next chapter, we are going to cover about the journal setup. The journal setup, which is very important. If you want to post any kind of business transaction in ERP application, you must have to create at least one journal name to record a business transaction. Okay. So how we can able to create the journal setup, journal control, and when you are going to post a transaction, how you can define your journal description, and when you are going to post your transaction, if you want to know instantly balance of that specific bank account or ledger account, by selecting control account, how we can able to select. We do have some specific parameter options, which you can use general ledger parameter so that we can able to share that one on here. Okay. The next one on here, once it have been configured, there you can able to record different kind of business transaction. Those business transaction, how you can able to configure it, you can record all your business transaction in general ledger Martin on here by creating the journal, posting and recording a transaction, posting on multiple lines, and when you are going to post a transaction, how you can able to get it an approval, and what all the data is required, how you can able to save repetitive transaction in the form of voucher template. If you are going to post a periodical payments or anything, how you can able to define. By mistake, if you can post a transaction, how that transaction can reverse. Because once if you have been posted a transaction, you cannot delete that one. That can be only either reverse or you can post an adjustment journal entry and change. Okay, so how we can able to do that? Here we will discuss. So far is clear. Anyone have any doubts? Clear, right? Okay. So even who have been learned only for general ledger module also, we do have very excellent opportunities. I can tell you there we have a two type of jobs. One is IT job and another one is IT enabling sector. Means IT and I, ITES. ITES means IT enabling services. We used to call it as a ITES and here. Okay, that sector we used to IT enabling services. If you are a fresher or if you are having an experience with 2 to 3 years of work experience, by learning perfectly GL as general ledger, you can expect very good salary, and whatever the job market we have, I can teach you that one also. Okay. If you learn only those 4 slides, you can easy to get the salary from 2.4 lakhs to 6.5 lakhs per annum in MNC companies and here. Okay, there you can see this one. One you can find an by default what you mean to say a freshers level, that you can see 3.5 years of experience. General ledger specialist can see salary range from 4.44 lakhs to 15.5 lakhs per annum on here. Okay, how the process it will be, the general ledger process, how we can able to record the transaction and how to post an adjustment. Okay, how to generate and settle all those things. You can find those kind of code. Here you can see this one. What are all the companies we are having job opportunities in these companies here. If you can see a Capgemini, even if you can Google it, you can easy to find. If it is the 2 years of work experience, you can easy to expect 3 to 4.1 lakhs per annum in Capgemini. If it is an EXL services, you can search after demo also in Google. You can find general ledger process associate, 1 to 3 years of experience. You can find from 3.2 lakhs to up to 31 lakhs also you can expect. And there we have one more company called DXC Technologies. If it is this company, the salary range from 3.5 to 4.8 lakhs. If it is the Publicis Spanit, this is going to be 3 to 4 lakhs. If it is the WNS, then you can find 3.1 to 4.2 lakhs. This is just example. Not only these companies, even you can find many companies in Indian-based organizations like TCS, Wipro, Infosys. If you're having any doubts, you just search with General Ledger Process Associate jobs in Wipro, General Ledger Process Associate jobs in TCS. You can find many jobs. Okay. So even if you can learn one module perfectly, you can expect a good salary and good packages as well. Anyone have any doubts how the career, if it is learning only for general ledger?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one doubt. So,
Mhm.
we've gone through, hello everyone, my name is Amit Kulkarni, and I'm having 14 years of experience working with various modules like AP, AR, reconciliation, GL, expense reimbursement. My question is to you is in the most of the JD they asked experience for the implementation or the support. So like after completion of this course, how do we go for the implementation or do we need to go for the support?
See, basically, whether you are going to work implementation, whether you are going to work for support, once if you got an offer in company, then depending on their project requirement, if they have a requirement in support, okay, you will be allocated to support project. If they have a requirement for implementation, they may take for implementation. So we cannot tell your role, it must be a support, or your role, it must be a implementation consultant. Your role might be in 3 things. Either you are supposed to be working implementation or support or testing. You can find total three type of things with functional consultant. We do have two type of jobs. One is technical consultant. For that, you need to have some technical skills, programming knowledge and all. And another one, you can find an option called functional. This is zero coding. Okay, you cannot, no need to know any how the code, how the functionality and how it will work and all. It is a purely zero code, only setups and configurations process it will be there. And I'm telling, if it is the only, if you learn general ledger, how the job market it has, I'm telling. But we are primary focus is for IT consultant job. If you are going to put 4 or 5 years of work experience, you can easily to expect minimum 12 to 15 or 20 lakhs you can easily to expect. After the demo, you can just note down, search with Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation Consultant job in Accenture with experience of 4 years, or 4 years of experience in Capgemini, or in Microsoft, or in Infosys, or in Wipro. You can take any one of the name and you can search it. You can find minimum 15 to 20 lakhs packages. If it is a Microsoft, such kind of big organization, absolutely they may offer 30, 40 lakhs. Clear?
Yeah, got your point. Thank you so much for clarification.
Yeah. And another one, I'm going to teach you sales tax. Even on sales tax, you can learn perfectly. You can find many jobs are specialized in tax process associate for US localization, for UK, for Europe, for Canada, different kind of countries. I am going to teach you a localization of sales tax for United States. Okay, what is the sales tax for US? How the sales tax mechanism will work and how those ledger specific postings must have to configure. And when you want to make a payment to the tax authority, how we can able to make by using a sales tax authorities. And once in a month, you should have to settle to make a payment to the statutory body. How you can define the settlement period. And when you are doing a business, item to item, service to service, the tax rate might be different. So for that, how you can able to create like 5%, 18%, 25%, 300% of the taxation. And what is the no sales tax group? How you can able to define for item level item sales tax group, sales tax transaction. If there is an exemption, if person or if company is doing business in SEJ, special economical zone, or special status states, okay, if you are doing a business, absolutely you are exempted. So if it is an exempted, how you can able to record and identify, update those sales tax exemption tax, even though if it is an exemption, you should have to tell to the government, this is the party, it is doing business so and so place, and they are exempted. Their details, you must have to share it. How we can able to configure it will be discussed in sales tax setups on here. Anyone have any doubts? No, right?
No.
Yeah, now we are going to be another module called cash and bank. Even here also by learning, we can have a very good opportunity how it has been in general ledger. Cash application specialist or bank reconciliation specialist kind of jobs you can find in market. Those kind of the jobs you can find majority of the time in ADP, Genpact, these type of companies you can find it. First of all, what is the bank transaction type? We should have to define bank transaction type in the sense that can be a either when you are going to processing the payment. Some people will make by using an UPI. Some people will use check. Some people will use net banking. Some people will use RTGS, okay, or DD or cash. We do have different type of things, okay. what are the transaction types we are having, and what is bank transaction groups, how we can able to control those two, and when you are going to processing the payment, how you can able to make payment purpose code, and when you are having in multiple bank account with same group of banks, how you can able to maintain bank group. Let us take an example. I have a four accounts. For the bank is the same. State Bank of India, I am having four accounts. How you can able to create bank groups, and when you want to open a bank account, how you can able to create a bank account, and bank purpose code, bank reason code, check layout if you want to process a payment by using check method of the payment. We will discuss and I will show you and will give you an assignment as well. Okay. Once if you done all those, there you can find, once if you receive the checkbook from the bankers, you have to create same checks in the application. If you miss or if it is a damaged, how to delete the check. If it is the deposited cash or check, how you can able to generate deposit slip. If check is bounced, how you can able to wire unposted checks, or if the customer supposed to pay 10,000, unfortunately, if he made 1 lakh, how you can refund that 90,000, and how you can able to process bank remittance, payment reversal, how we can able to do bank reconciliation. Here we will discuss and teach you. Anyone have any doubts?
No.
No.
Even if you can learn perfectly this cash and bank management, these two modules, you can find very good job opportunities with the salary range of, if it is the fresher, 1 to 3 years of experience, you can easily to expect 4 to 10 lakhs at least. Okay, for end user. I told you right, we are covering two things. One is main focusing in IT, information technology software, and another one is ITES, IT enabling services. Okay, their salary it will be less when you compare with software. Okay, now we are going to discuss about accounts payable setup. In this payable setup, when you want to process a payment to the vendor, how we can able to payment schedule, and when you want to calculate due date, how you can able to differentiate by using the terms of payment, payment days, cash discount, payment fee, method of the payment calendar. If you want to segregate all your vendors into the vendor groups or accounts payable posting profiles, if you want to create a vendor account, how we can able to create. Here we will discuss in accounts payable module. Clear? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah. The next one, this is about, once if you've done all the setups and configuration, there you can able to record vendor specific different kind of transaction. Okay. How we can record invoice vendor specific. If it is required an approval, how we can get it approval. If you received a multiple invoices, how we can post multiple invoices by using one journal. And if you are going to receive very frequently from one vendor, like electricity, advertisement, or travel, okay, how you can create voucher template to save your time when you are going to post a next transaction. How you can able to process payment to the supplier after receiving the goods or service. Sometimes supplier will ask to make a payment in advance. When you have such kind of business scenario, how you can able to process in advance payment. And when you are going to settling transaction, by mistakenly if you select another invoice, okay, how we can able to edit transaction, reverse those closure transaction, and vendor aging report to know what are the payment I supposed to make for entire month of January. Within the January also, what is the total payment I supposed to make from 1 to 10, 11 to 20, or 21 to 30 or 31 days. By running an aging report, the system will show you what are the payments you are having in between the dates. And if you want to send a statement to the supplier, then you can use a concept called print management. Anyone have any doubts?
No.
Clear, right? Okay. So the next one, it is an account receivable. In accounts payable, we are talking about the vendor. If it is account receivable, really talking about the customer, the topics will be the same. Here, customer will be there, their vendor will be there. Now, the next chapter is budget module. The budget is very, very important in any organization. Not only organization, even individual also. We used to have our own budget. Suppose if you are receiving a salary of 2 lakhs, what is the total expenses for this month? What will be the saving amount? If your salary is 2 lakhs, your expenditure, if you are having 3 lakhs, how you can able to adjust that 1 lakh? Whether you want to take a loan or whether you want to take any borrow from your friends. These and all are generally used to have a human as a planning. At the same time, the company also used to have a its kind of budget. When you are going to use this budget module, what is the budget amount first of all? What are the budget control we are having to stop to posting a transaction, and how reports will help you to generate, and what are the modules it has been integrated, or if you want to transfer your budgeted amount from one department to another department, or one business unit to another business unit, or one cost center to another cost center, how you can create budget register entries. After posting, how you can able to check actual versus budgeted amount. And if you want to know each business unit wise, cost center wise, department wise, how you can able to generate budget register entries by dimension and those specific accounts we'll discuss in budget module. Okay. The next one, we are going to discuss about the multi-currency. As I told you, this software will support multi-currency here. When you are going to have a multi-currency, the very important thing is that what are the setups and configurations is required, and when the system should be allowed to post multi-currency transaction. Okay. Once if you can post a multi-currency transaction, how system can update, and when you are going to do your currency revaluation, when realized gain, when realized loss, when unrealized gain, when unrealized loss, account will get update, and what are the impact it is going to be, we'll discuss in details on here. Okay. The next one, it is going to be an advance payment. Not only advance payment, sometimes by using an online, sometimes we are giving PTC checks, post dated checks. Okay. Today we'll receive, the payment will be made after certain days. Okay. When you're having such kind of business scenario, what is the bridging account, prepayment, if it is the customer deposits, accruals, means once if you make the payment, but you are not going to receiving the service instantly. That based on this, you should have to consume it. How we can able to create ledger accruals will be discussed in advance payment. This is about intercompany. As I told you, this software will support multiple companies, and you can able to post a transaction between the two legal entities. Once if you can post a transaction in one company, the same transaction it will be reflected in another company when you have a intercompany transactions requirement. Okay. The next chapter is about workflow. Nowadays, even in our home or companies, we used to have some controls. Controls in the sense, well, once if you want to pay, you should use to talk to your parents and taking an approval, right? Even in organizations also, if you want to process a transaction, we need to have an approval. If it is a general ledger, what are all the workflows? If it is accounts payable, receivable, what type of workflows we are having, we will discuss it on here and we'll show you. This is about the year-end close. Once the financial year is closed, we should have to close our books and we should have to transfer all my balance sheet account to next year as opening balance. Okay, how that process can execute it will be discussed in year-end close. The next one, and here you can see this one about fixed asset. What is fixed asset? How the structure we used to have. We do have different type of assets, fixed assets and current assets. And what are all the parameters? What are all the modules it has been integrated? And what are the depreciation methods we are having? How depreciation we can do frequently. This is about configuration part to setting up fixed asset, barcode, and you used to define asset numbering under. This is about recording when you are going to acquire fixed assets, how you can able to acquire, and fixed assets depreciation, adjustment, disposal. If you post by mistake, reversal, and if you want to copy same set of assets to another one more, how we can copy and additional things will be discussed. After that, we do have many reports. What is as in today, one specific asset acquisition value, total depreciation value, accumulated value, net book value. We used to have different type of reports. How it will be worked will be discussed in this module here. This is about implementation. If you are going to work in implementation, what type of job, what type of role you are supposed to be, and in our training specialization, it will be we will give you on daily basis assignments, and will share with you FRD document, functional requirement document, and fit gap analysis, functional design documentation, user acceptance documentation, and user training manuals, and will share some sample resumes as well. So anyone have any doubts?
So I have one doubt here.
Mhm.
So as you said that you will provide a daily assessment to us to complete
Mhm.
those things. So as per the PPT, you are going to like in project, we will get to know how to prepare FRD or UAT testing for D365 F&O.
Yeah, right. If you set up on configuration, how to do the testing, how to validate those setups and configuration, it will teach you.
Okay. And the second question I have, are we covering PMA as well?
Project management and accounting? No,
Project,
that
yeah,
is a
project
separate chapter.
management and accounting.
Yeah, that is a separate chapter, not the part of this one.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for your clarification.
Yeah. So anyone have any other questions? Yeah, please get in touch with our admin. Okay. You can reach out our admin by calling this number 9618368309, or even you can call 90073142. So they will help you if you're having any doubts. Okay, if you're having any questions, they will clarify it. Clear?
Yeah, I have a one doubt. Like, may I know the duration of the course?
Sorry.
Duration of the course?
Yeah, duration of the course, it will be 2 months,
2 months.
45 days. Yeah.
And one more question, like after completion of the course, do we get any project so that we will get to know an idea about how to configure all the setup?
Yeah, right. If you are in Hyderabad, we are having some projects, and you should have to commit, and you should have to come on time. That is an a real-time projects only. As how you used to go to office, you should, if you can come, we will pay some amount also as an internship. You can work in real-time projects also.
Okay, actually I'm based in Pune.
If you are in Pune, if you are having any plan, you just update it to admin. They will help you how that process, how, okay, you can connect with them.
Okay, sure, sure. And this batch is today started or it's all the
Yeah, this is
people
today
going
is the
to have
day.
a
Yeah, today is the demo only. Yeah, today class.
demo only? Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone have any other questions? No, right? Okay. Sure. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.